Alright, hello everyone, Chris Beast here. In today's video, we are finally wrapping up the realm. Um, it's been a while, we've had a lot of fun, played with a lot of friends, but, or as a famous person once said, all good things must come to an end. We're going to start by touring the capital, then we're going to go and look at other places, just for a final goodbye of the realm. And so I might as well start off with the thing I'm closest to. We have some of the old farms that this is the creeper farm, designed. I remember getting like really fucking pissed off that they were this high in the sky. But here's their interior. This is like hundreds of blocks. It's like about 100 blocks above the sky. Above the sky, in the sky. And we also have this one. I wonder what that's for. But this farm here, which is an XP farm. Oh, I'm creative, you can't drop. I would say it looks like someone broke this. Maybe I just broke it. I think I just broke it. But yeah, this is the old XP farm. Maybe this is. There we go. Over here we have some ruined buildings, but in this corner we get to the first building of the capital proper. Small little building out here. So there's like a small little farm. This, and then here's their house. It's quite a nice house. There's a iron sword that I just deleted from existence. Nice bed. Very nice, well-built house. Well-built house. It's very cozy, and it's nice in the woods, you know. You got a view of the capital from here. But you're not close enough that you have to deal with all the shite that goes on in the capital. He lit it up well. You know, give himself a little passageway back. Alright, so next building in the capital. We have this building. This building's pretty old, and you can start to see that. The older a building is, the more ruined it looks. And the thing is, this isn't even done on purpose by us. It's because creepers spawn so commonly on the realm that every build starts to look like this after an extended period of time. This guy was pretty heavy in loot, so I'm not really sure why he didn't. I guess he must have left because he would have fixed his house otherwise. This is a nice little quartz house up on the hill. It's got a pretty nice view up here of the capital. That's a dirt pillar. We're not gonna look at that. Back here we have the British Quarter, or what remains of it. This used to be where the British Crusade, one of the factions on the server, was pretty strong. Now they don't really exist, and you can see that their buildings have definitely taken a toll. This one looks like it was set on fire, probably by some thunder. This building here is still in some pretty good shape. So at least they got that still. Oh no, I take that back. A nice big hole in the roof. Probably another thunderstrike. This building back here also has a hole in the wall. I swear it's a hole in the roof. Yeah, one right there. So as I said, the older a thing is on the capital, the more destroyed it looks. This building here was completely burned down. I don't remember why though. There used to be a building there that got burned down, and then here's the British Crusades castle. Back when they were like really starting to try to recover from the raid the CPD did on them. This is where they built this, and they built the British quarter. But then they got wiped out completely, and they left. So this part of the capital is kind of like very dated. They have their secret base in here. The love dungeon. I'm not going to tour that because I've toured it before. They haven't really done much with it because they left. Here's the bridge to the British Crusade. This was built by Halo when Halo started playing. And then we have some of the buildings of the farm quarter, which as you can see has been seriously destroyed now. So the guy who built this house actually like made it look even more destroyed after his house got destroyed the first time. But since he's done that, it's also gotten actually destroyed a bit. It's kind of funny. Over here, we have some remains of a building. You know, common stuff for the capital. Another building here that's completely destroyed. What's the sign say? I mean words. But this building, you know, another building that's completely destroyed. I mean, looking in the farm quarter of the capital, it's pretty common. Work in progress. So these are probably a Crusader house that was being built, and then when they left, they didn't finish it. So back here we have another, like, this looks like a ramshackle house. Flamens. Flamen plus faith. So, this is Playman's house. I don't know if he's still on the realm. I think he might have gotten kicked when we shortened the waitlist. That's an entry to the capital's mines. But yeah, this is like the corners of the farm sector. And here's why it's called the farm quarter, because it is the largest farm in the capital. Back down on the floor, we have some furnaces here and another entrance to the mine, which has been blown up a bit. Because you're in the capital, everything's a little bit blown up. Here's Halo's first house. It never got finished, but this was built at a time when all this didn't exist. And we kind of thought this was very isolated, so that's why we put it here. But once this started to exist, he moved out. This building is part of the farm quarter. This building was started but never finished. It's a very nice looking building, but people, the signs on this server. Very nice looking building, but I guess the guy never got to finish it. Just kind of a shame. Over here we have another house. This was Halo's second house to my knowledge. And just like the first one, it's unfinished. Down here we have the vault, and I would say this is the last building in what's considered the farm sector of the server, like traditionally. And the vault was a work in progress that was going to go all the way down, built by Rat, and kind of like be like a vault tech vault. Never got finished, but it was a really cool idea, and I would like to see how he implements this idea into future realms. I mean, you have the nice vault door, and you have... what does this do? Nothing. Alright, then here's Rats. So there's some more farm stuff. But moving on to the next sector of the capital, we have the center. Well, we have the old town. I forgot about that. Then we'll get to the next part after the old town. So old town, you have my house, where I live most of the server. You have, well, what remains of Squilliam's Bites and Oddities. It's been burned down and pretty much destroyed. We have the remains of the beacon building. This was a big beacon built right after the first person who cheated. It's pretty much ruined now, but this used to have an actual beacon in the center, and it was planned to just be the tallest building in capital as a symbol of our friendship and us figuring out who the cheater was. And then the cheater came back, so the build stopped, and then someone broke the beacon, and that ruined everything. Here's the second building of friendship. This one was built again after we caught a cheater. This one actually got finished, and I think it's kind of the nicest building in the capital. It looks a little off, I'll agree, but it's one of the very few buildings that has very little damage done to it, and it still looks a lot like when it was originally built. Down here we have another building. This is the Soggy Shop. This used to be a shop for potatoes. As you can see, the potatoes are out. Back door is broken open. A lot of the internal stuff is gone. Kind of sad. Used to be a very good build. Also, that's Senior Sardinia with me. Hey, old Senior. This used to be the town center, but now it's not really used for anything. Actually, I won't get to the water parts. So this is the last part in what's considered Old Town. We have Bad's random stuff, which was just like Williams oddities and just a random store that was held in the capital. So the next part of the capital, so the Old Town was kind of built in the very beginning. Farm was built almost immediately after it. Then this area, actually I didn't check out this building, but this area was built, the British Quadrant was built after. But let's see what's in this building. Yeah, this is, I didn't think this building. This was a melon store. I don't think it ever got finished though. Oh, I missed another, dude, wow, I'm missing a lot of buildings. This is the Glass Mason. It's actually what it looks like. It's a jar, a glass jar. And this building here is Swoopy's original house. And it's nice. I very much like its design. It was one of the more, like, good looking builds of the early server. I guess this is considered. This is Luigi's mansion. It is the largest mansion on the server. It was built by a genius, and I think it was just genius. Originally it was planned to be housing for most of the server, but it never ended up being that. Still has been the source of many events and is considered pretty important. But this building is, I would say, one of the more fancy buildings, and it's also one of the few buildings that isn't like massively destroyed in the capital. Next I'll get to the stuff that's over here. As you can see, sad tragedy has struck the once very beautiful spa. Spa is now in ruins, and I mean, this is really sad because that was the first build built on the server by me. Next we have the yacht. The yacht was built on the middle of the lake, kind of like part of these lake builds. There are a couple of. As you can see, it's like it's a very nice yacht. Very nice, very well done. I think it was built by Genius. I'm not positive on that though. It has some pretty decent housing in it. And yeah, it's a pretty nice build, I would say. Is this a hot tub? It's actually like a hot tub. Then we have the ice rink board, which is what it looks like. You know, you can get on a boat and skirt around it. Not a huge fan of it, but it's a nice build. Well built. Then we have the Nether portal, which I'll get to in a bit. This is the CPD's headquarters. Never got finished, but it was an amazing build, and I'm very happy to everyone that helped build it. This is where the courthouse is, where if there were ever someone we needed to try on the server, that's where they would have been tried. Actually, that's where they were tried, because there was someone. Down here, I think subsection still exists. So that leads to the underground subsection. I covered that in another one of my videos. It's basically the underground of the server. This would have been where I built my house if I had finished excavating it. I didn't, and really, it would have been nice. Next building is the bar. The bar never got finished, but the bar is, I think, one of the better builds, and one of the other better builds in the server. It's very pretty. I mean, we're missing the chest that used to be there. Down here is Copper's house. Who are you shooting arrows at me? But down here is Copper's house. This is where he lived. He has an enchanting table. He has some farms over here that he built. And then they go down. I covered those as well in another video. Then, moving on. Senor. This is the ruins of the castle. A lot of the castle got excavated when we started expanding this way, but they still have one of the towers that is fully built. But this used to be Rat's Castle. It used to be a diamond and gold floor massive castle. Now it's really not. Down here is Flame's house, which is made out of ender brick, and it has a basement. Which there is a sheep back here, isn't there? Oh, the sheep died. It's sad. But this is a building I built. I think it's really nice. It has a nice little, you know, marble thingy. We covered. Did we cover this house? I don't think we did. This is Rat's final house. It's where he moved into by the end of the series. It's also very nice. All of his builds were very nice that he worked on, as well as geniuses. I don't think there's any secret rooms or anything here. But this is all his storage and stuff. He was quite rich as a player, so Makes sense that he had that much storage. Really bad at tours. Let's go this way. So this used to be at one point, the elytra jumping off point. So people could ride. So you take an elytra ride from up there, which is the very tall tree, which I didn't cover, but that's the very tall tree. That goes up the height limit. You fly down, you land on this thing, and then you, like, boop, boop, boop. I'm not even going to ask what he's doing. And then you fly from here. I don't think you can make the whole path, but you're supposed to basically fly down here and get as close as you could to this side of the map, because this is spawns right there. So it was kind of like a jumping off point. It doesn't act like that anymore. So here's some ruined buildings near spawn. Most people who lived out this way stopped after we got to the end and learned that the dragon was dead. So a lot of these builds aren't finished or even changed since the last time I looked at them. There is the big wooden house that I had questions about a long time ago. There is a tall pillar. I wonder what that is. As you can see, there's nether portals everywhere because nether travel has been something that people wanted to do for a while. And then that was supposed to be the hollowed out mountains. This is going to be a build by Copper and Rat. And they're going to hollow out this whole mountain area. As you can see, it never really came to fruition. He's got it started, but never finished it. There's a house right here. Oh, this is Swilliam's house. This is where Swilliam lived. I don't know if he lived here by the end of the series, but it's where he lived for quite some time. There's his farms. This used to be Confused Gem's house up here on the... or Fallen Halo's house up here on the hilltop, but when they started building their hollowed out mountain area, they knocked it down. And if we go this way, we can get to the final location on the map, which is Compton. Compton, well, at least on the traditional map, Compton was Bobo Rail's anarchy city. It was basically going to be the city proposed for anyone who wanted true anarchy. It never got used by anyone because a lot of people who wanted true anarchy did it in the capital without our permission, caused a lot of issues, and then got banned, much to everyone's dismay. But this is Compton. He worked pretty hard on building this place up to make it look like an actual, like, you know, we all know what this is. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, as you can see, just like everywhere else on the server, it has obvious signs of damage. The older it is, I mean, those are old buildings. Those are from when the series started because they were spawned in. I mean, these aren't damaged, so I'm guessing he repaired these. But, I mean, you have buildings like this. This used to have a roof. No, it does not. It's kind of a shame, I would be, if I'm being honest. But, yeah. So let's go to the Nether. I know I'm bad at tours, but I'm trying to get you guys to see everything on the server now that it's shut down. Well, at least now that this season's over and we're going to a new server. I want to make sure I show off everything. So here's the Nether, like, walkway. So this was something that was built by Swilliam. It used to go all the way across. That was supposed to tie together the spawn portal, which is this one, with his portal and his people. That was back when Swilliam was considered the person who was far away from spawn. Right here is the secret passageway to Yald. So Yald was the second place I lived in because I moved out of the capital because I was kind of sick of all the griefing and stuff that was going on there. So I moved out of the capital and I went through the Nether and I found a Nether fortress. That's where I moved to. This is the Great Yald Bridge. It was supposed to have been destroyed at least twice now in an attempt to make sure people don't get to Yald. Both times it's been rebuilt, so in the end we decided to just forget any plans to go around it. Bobo Rail did try an attempt to make a tunnel that would lead all the way across. See how far we got with this. There's an underground passageway. Well, we got very far with this. Does it go all the way through? No. So it stops right here. You got very far with it, though. So very good on Bobo Rail. But the thing to note here is that like this is a project that if the realm had continued, very much would have been important, and it would have linked y'all to the rest of the server without the bridge, because the bridge is not a very popular build. So here is the underground tunnel that leads to y'all from the bridge. Pretty long. As you can see, Yald was very far away. And then we get to the Yald bridge. So I know a lot of bridges. This one. So originally there was an intention that we were going to put like a checkpoint here to make sure people, you know, had to go through it before going to Yald. We were going to build up each one of these pillars into like a building or something. It never happened, but this one was my house for most of the series. I lived in here. Here is the rest of the port. It's a port, not a fort. Or is it? No, it's a port. Here's the main center of the city, of the port. Here is another planned building that never came to fruition. Up here, if I go up, is where the withers and the enemies used to spawn. This used to be our farm for them. We never did really go into this part, even though I always had intentions to do so. Mainly because we never really got good enough gear to be able to storm the top. We were always pretty much under-leveled and under-geared to handle what was above us. So through here is our next place, which is... Hi, Franz. Hi, Stalker. I mean, not Stalker. Hi, Kitty. This is not Japan. This is Port Yald Topside. It had another name at one point, but I don't remember it anymore. This is where my sister and Boba Rail's sister moved. So there's my sister's house. Well, shitty birch pile of crate. And then Boba Rail's sister's house is down here. There's a bridge. A lot of bridges are built in this server. As you can see, this is quite a nice house. I think this goes down to their mine. Yeah, it does. But as you can see, very nice forest house. Very far away from civilization. A lot of people who moved out here were doing that because they were sick of the shit going on in the capital at the time, which was the Wither crisis, where withers were kept spawning. And then this is the ocean. If you follow this, I don't know which direction I don't think we're gonna find it, but eventually you will hit Yald. Yald never, not Yald, Japan. Japan was my planned final move place, but it didn't happen for a lot of reasons. One was distance. Two was I could never find it. I probably won't even find it on this stream today. Two, I could never find it. Three, well, it was really nice to be isolated in areas like Yald Topside, which were accessed via Nether stuff. It wasn't as nice to be isolated topside in areas that were just like far. And that's kind of the issue with Japan. But I had fun finding and living in Japan for the very short time I lived in there. Then I moved back to Yald, and then eventually I gave up and moved back to the capital, and then the series ended. I think we're going to end it here at Yald Topside. I'll end it right here on top of this thing. So, this has been the Minecraft Homies Realm. Hope you guys all enjoyed this journey. I know I did. Actually, I'll do it on my little fishing standpoint. I know I did. I appreciate each and every person who joined the realm and built stuff for us. know we had a lot of rocky stuff with all the, you know, the fact that we never got to fight the Ender Dragon because somebody fucking killed it miles before we could. The fact that the capital got burned down 12 times by withers. The fact that people moved away in a mass exodus away from the capital because of that stuff. The constant allegations of people that just kept on going. The conflicts between factions. But honestly, I think in the end we had fun. And I am looking forward to our chance to restart in Season 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to avoid all the mistakes we made last time. Hopefully we can actually get some enjoyment out of it. Till then, this has been Christopher Beast, and this has been the Minecraft Homies Realm. See you all next